Hello, trumpet students. This is Brett Lemley with the Brass Studio at brettlemley.com and Learn Trumpet on YouTube. Okay, no horn today. We're just going to have a little chat about how to practice. So if you've been following the videos so far, then we've covered how to make your first sounds, the lip buzz, the mouthpiece buzz, and playing your first couple of notes. Then we had a video on playing your first 5 notes, that's C, D, E, F, and G. And then we had a video on lip slurs and some videos on some early tunes in the Essential Elements Band method. So now you're thinking, okay, all that stuff is great. How do I practice on a daily basis to get better as quickly as I can? Whether you want to be the first top player in your class, or you just want to be good enough to play in the band, or whatever your goal is, how do you get there as fast as you can? Well, the secret is what we just talked about. You buzz your lips for a couple of minutes a day. Remember, straight pitch, right, and a siren. Do that a couple, 3 times. Buzz your mouthpiece a couple, 3 times. And then play your long tones. Long tones are, I promise I understand that your long tones are the least interesting and most boring part of your practice day, but we all need to do them. So play every note that you know up till this point, which for most of you at this point is just going to be 5 notes, C, D, E, F, and G. If you know a couple other notes, throw them into the mix as well. Play each one on a full breath as long as you can until you're completely out of air, and do that 2 or 3 times. That will build your strength and your security on those notes. Once you do that, rest for a couple of seconds, because that can be a little bit taxing. Rest for maybe a minute or 2, and then do some lip slurs. Whether it's the basic lip slur exercise that I showed you, or one of the more involved lip slur exercises, do some lip slurs. And then, at this point, we don't know any scales yet, but if you know scales, like the C major scale or the F major scale or something like that, go ahead and throw that into the mix. We're practicing our fundamentals, how we make sounds on the instrument. And then finally, we play our tunes, whether it's Mary Had a Little Lamb, or Hot Cross Buns, or Lightly Row, or whatever tunes you happen to be playing. Practice your tunes and play each tune several times, 3 times a day, 5 times a day, whatever you have time for. Make sure that you do that. And then once you finish that, there's one more thing that's very, very important, because at this point you've been practicing for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, because you covered your basics, you did your buzzing, you did your long tones, you did your lip slurs. If you know any scales, you did those. And then you spent maybe 10 or 15 minutes on your tunes. There's one other thing that's very, very important, and you shouldn't forget this. You should always do this at the end of your practice day, and that is whatever you want. You don't play an instrument just to be able to play in the band. You play an instrument so that you can express yourself. Maybe you want to play movie themes. Maybe you want to play TV show themes. Maybe there's a song that you really like that you want to figure out how to play. Maybe you just want to spend a few minutes noodling around on your instrument and see what comes up. Spend a few minutes every day just simply playing whatever you want. And if you do that every day, if you start by taking a disciplined approach, do the fundamentals, then practice your assignment, your band materials, your lesson materials, whatever it happens to be, then take a brief break and come back and just play. Play for 5 or 10 minutes. If you do that, you will get good so fast your head will spin. You'll be a wonderful trumpet player in no time. So think about that. And one other question that comes up is, how often should I practice? You should only practice on the days that you eat. And since you eat every day, guess what? You're going to practice every day. How much time should I spend practicing? If you're a beginner, probably about 25, 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more every day. Every day, 30 minutes. No way around it. But at the end of that 30 minutes, remember, you're playing, I don't know, the Superman theme, Indiana Jones, whatever you feel like, the Star Wars, whatever. Okay? So practice every day, work really hard, and don't forget to just play at the end of your practice session. Good luck with that. Try that out. Leave a comment to let me know how you're doing, and we'll see you in the next video.